And there the chime comes. Morning, Eugene.
Hi.
Right. How have you been?
I'm good. Sure. So busy, running around a lot, eh?
So, last time we were looking at what is it? The website, how to get better looking, uh, call it views than the current one. And you have the screen share, or do I have the screen share?
Um,
You
I'm I'm happy to screen share.
Hey, all right. I pasted you a link there of the where we will be looking at, and well, actually what we will be looking at.
Sorry,
Okay.
I did forget now. How are you, Hendrik? Sorry, I'm in such a space.
Well, yes, more relaxed than last week. This time when we had the Africom, Afritech stuff happening the whole week, and it was lots of driving in and out of Cape Town. So, but at least that week is gone. And I
Okay.
can try and catch up everything that have not happened work-wise than that would now be happening this week. So, yeah,
Sweet.
uh,
Did you do lots of networking there, or is there lots of new tech, or what's the story with that place?
the Afritech is not so, the Africom Afritech is not so big as it was previous years, but then sort of I think the fact that people was missing getting out the previous few years after COVID have been the bigger drive, while there was such a huge interest in it the previous couple of years, but it's sort of timing out. So can I say it, it's now more the people that wants to be there is typically also big stuff, big companies that's there and try to make big sales over to the bigger telecoms. So that was the biggest thing that I saw there. The more interesting one was the one that followed it, and that was the peering forum, the ZA peering forum, where we had some chats and meetings up with people in the ISP industry and peering partners and some views of what's happening with the likes of Google and how they are doing their peering. Some feedback on the Afrinic fun and games, and that was the biggest things on that. And then Friday, I was doing some work in the data center with some of the people that was here from Joburg and Durban.
Okay.
So just sort of catching up on those sort of things. So it was a busy week, but not, I would say, a type of networking that I usually do. It's sort of more long term, getting to know people before you actually start getting sales or business out of it.
Okay. Like strategic stuff, basically.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Sounds fun. I definitely want to go next time. I forgot last year, but anyway. Cool. Can you see my screen? It says I'm presenting or
Uh,
starting.
don't see it in
Got it.
the
Let me see.
Google site.
One if I'm doing the right thing here. Okay. Let me just. It says at the bottom of my screen. It says presenting. Oh, you know what? This thing is actually kind of hanging. Oh, there we go. There we go. It wants to know what I'm sharing. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, cool. Can you see me now? Something new.
Oh, yes, there I'm seeing it now.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have the one page that we still want to do, and we have.
Actually, start with the mirror.envisagecloud.net, sir.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. Mirror dot cloud. This one. I think this is the
Come
right
on
one.
now, I
No
just need
problem.
to sort out the. You're presenting, but it's now not showing on my side. Where did it
Okay,
move?
maybe something wrong on my side. Let me just see.
No, 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 no.
Is it fine?
Right, this. No, it's not.
You don't see it?
Just
Should be like
view.
a white screen, big white screen. with Mac and lots of stuff.
No.
Okay, I'm going to stop it and try again.
It's you're presenting it. It's just the way how I need to get it to actually show.
Oh, you don't see it properly. It's small or big or not there or.
The way how Google. Somehow it looks like.
Okay, while you're thinking, I'm just going to open the software so long. I'm just going to go to cursor as I do. Okay. Just going to open your project. Okay, there we go. And there's the code and Envisage Cloud. Okay, got it.
Somehow your
Okay, actually got our old to-do list here as well.
focus is not.
Okay, this looks good. This is where we left it off. Okay, let me know when you're ready. I'm not gonna...
So today, Google don't want to. So when I put the focus on the just view to spotlight, it only pops up you. It does not pop up the. Doesn't allow me to connect to the. Usually it has a way to. It's not making me show. Is any setting on your side that you have you in focus and not the presentation?
Are you asking if there's a setting such as that?
Yeah,
Sure.
because
I don't
the
remember.
spotlight is only on you. It doesn't put the spotlight on the. And if I use the sidebar,
Shall I stop presenting?
no, stop your video quickly.
Okay. Okay,
No,
stop
not the
my video.
presenting. I want
Oh,
you to
okay, the video's
present.
off now, and I'm going to start presenting
Stop
again now.
presenting.
Okay, now I'm clicking entire screen and my left screen, and I'm switching to the white page for Envisage. And I'm going to open or just bring.
Good. That looks better.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome.
Now I can actually. See it. I changed something recently in this that makes me not see the way I want to see you. So it makes it that it looks very small on my side. So I can't really see your screen as I want to see your screen.
Is it because it's not focused? It's made a small little window on the side, or?
So, well, that was the one problem.
Okay.
The other, so now I do see it in the center, but it's still not as focused as I want it to be. Now it still have the side of the stuff on the side where it shows.
Doesn't say back to tab, because that's my small little window that I can't use for sharing. I have to actually go into the tab and then do it, if you know what I'm saying. So if I click on any URL, then my presenting, boom, just disappears to the right on my screen, and it's just a small little tab that I can't really use because it's too small to actually see stuff.
Okay, for now this looks like it's the one to work with. Okay, we can continue.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I think if you don't mind, I just want to try and tackle one thing I couldn't get right last time, and that is real-time updates while you're in your IDE. And what I mean by that is, if we look at this index page, and let's say, for example, I press enter here, then I want the page in the background to also be updated, the Envisage page. And the way that, without having to press F5 or refresh or and so on, that you typically do. And in theory, that just works on all my Laravel projects. But because I did this one from vanilla, it's not working. And I think it'll be easy troubleshooting. I just want to spend 2 to 5 minutes on it and just see if we can get it going. As you can see, this is all controlled by this package manager for JavaScript called, it's called, based on npm. And the actual command would be npm run dev. And then npm run dev triggers the script here, which runs Tailwind, which is supposed to have a watcher. And then when you build it, it compiles it, it minifies it, and so on. So I'm just going to give this a shot because it's going to save us all that refreshing business, which is slightly annoying when you're doing web design. It's historical. In the old days, we used to have to refresh all the time, and then they figured out, now why should you? So if I run it at the moment, it says Tailwind not found, and that's kind of obvious because it's not there, because I can see there's no Tailwind in here. How we got around it last time is we just explicitly included Tailwind here on line 9. We said just load the CDN because we didn't want to stuff around. So I'm just going to try and stuff around today a little bit on that. In fact, I think the best way to go about it is just to look at what is the official Tailwind installation script, because these days these guys really got it down in terms of how to install this software. So let's see.
Okay, just to put that into context, that is to display the website on your local machine, not on the actual, let's call it, production internet-based website. That is the one to view it on your local machine as you are doing the editing.
It's to see the live edit. So to view it on my local machine, I use Herd. I just want to see what's Herd is a bit unhappy. So let's just add it quickly. So we go add here. So a link to existing project, and we can just go and find that directory. There it is, Envisage. So Herd is actually the ng-inx engine that I'm using. I can even turn HTTPS on. Okay, so now it's linked to your site. So if I load it now, then I get the site. The problem that I'm trying to address is, let's say, for example, I want to change something here. Like, let's say this banner. Okay, so I can go, I can say, copy the banner.
But that's all still happening on your local machine.
This is all local. This is all local. Yes. And there's the title. So now let's say I make that title, I call it a 1, Envisage Cloud 1 Solutions Mirror. Now you can see it hasn't changed it now because I have to press a refresh.
Yes.
Which still doesn't change it. I think I changed the wrong thing. That was the page title. Oops. Okay, let's fix that. Go to the right title. It's either this one. Let's see, this one is the body image. Okay, that is the alt tag on the image. So let's be more careful. Here's the actual one. Okay, let's put the 1 in there now. 1. If I go back to this page, you see there's no 1. But now refresh, still no 1. Okay. Not very happy today. Because
you changed the image, not the actual text.
Yeah, sorry.
Where's the actual
there
text?
It is. There it is. Text center. Okay, sorry about that. Final test. Okay, there we go. I had to press refresh on my keyboard, but you can imagine pressing refresh 100 or 1,000 times a day really gets very sad. So what they figured out is you can watch files. It's got a file watcher, and it's defined within the package.json. This is the command to watch the file. When you run npm run dev, it runs Tailwind, which checks the input styles and creates output styles, and it keeps on watching to produce what's needed. So that's going to be the goal now, is just to follow the official Tailwind instructions for installation, because at the moment Tailwind isn't even installed because we're getting it from the CDN. So we abandoned installing it last time because we just wanted to move on with designing. But for today, I think it's just going to form a much better foundation for doing the actual work. So
okay.
So happy with that?
Yeah.
Cool.
We can see if we can have a way to show how to do actual deployments to the website after this.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yes, yeah, here's the two installation commands. You can see it's installing Vite, which is a killer tool. So let's go to here and just install Tailwind and Vite.
What editor are you using again?
It's called Cursor, and it's based on Microsoft's product called Visual Studio Code. It's a fork of code. In fact, this in the last week or so, there was another competitor for it called Windsurf, which Google acquired, which also forked Visual Studio Code. It's a very popular editor. I think it's kind of open source. I haven't quite figured that out, but it's very fast and nimble. Like if you have a low powered machine, you can still run Visual Studio Code or Cursor or I guess Google's new IDE. So it's very fast and nimble compared to say something that's Java based, maybe PHP Storm, one of those. I mean, PHP Storm is amazing, but if you don't have a powerful PC, you kind of verge towards Visual Studio Code. Okay, cool. So it's installed now. Then it talks about the Vite config file. Let's just see if that's actually installed here. So let's go to my here. Okay, there's no Vite config. Okay, so that's interesting. Maybe I've got Vite installed. Okay, so maybe that's the problem. Okay, so I see they've got this boilerplate here using Vite. Okay. See, yeah, we're definitely going to use Vite. Well, there's the Tailwind CLI one as well. Let's do it Vite because Vite's a good workflow. I'm going to actually do this in a new terminal just to keep it separate from our project now. I just want to see what the Vite boilerplate is. So let's go. Okay, create Vite at latest. Create Vite, boom, boom, boom. Install, yes. I'm just pressing enter. I just want to grab the Vite stuff. Okay, cool. Oh, there we go. It's already in Vite. Okay, which presence work you see in my project? Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. That's what I wanted. So now we can look at what does the package.json file look like, or just the Vite stuff. Okay, dev dependencies. Okay, we don't need TypeScript for now, so we'll just steal Vite from there. Okay, and we can go back here. Dev dependencies. Yes, well, of course, we need Vite. This is the whole idea. And now we can try npm install. Okay, now it would have added the Vite JavaScript as well. Now, I still don't see my Vite config file, but I'm going to try and steal it from here. No Vite config. Okay, let's just take the one from Tailwind, because they did give us a whole one, yeah? Vite.config.js. Okay, so, oops, sorry. New file, vite.config.js. Yeah, modern development is really a case of putting together a lot of different libraries. Okay, we got Vite. What else do we need? What is the instruction cycle? Let me close this window because it keeps on popping up. Okay, there we go. Okay, then we need this in a CSS file. Add to your CSS file. We don't have one yet, so we're gonna have to see. So here's the output one, but the input one. We did see a big clue when we looked at the Vite config. No, it was the package.json file. It gave us a clue that the input file is called styles.css. So let's create a new file called styles.css. A file or folder already exists. Oh, there it is. Oh, and there's Tailwind. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we've completed that step. And then npm run dev should work. That's where we got stuck last time. So, okay, I can just go up, 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 up. Okay, there it is. It's an error. Okay, well, in my opinion, I did everything correctly. I'm just going to chuck this into AI quickly to see if it can quickly pick up what's wrong with my Okay, so let's start a new AI window. Just click in here first and then Control N, Command N. Please help with ZSH lines 24 to 30. Yep. Devuan CSS command not found. Okay, so see how good it is. Oh, I see also my agents on Sonnet. I don't want to use Sonnet. I want to use Composer 1. I want to show how awesome it is. Okay, so now it's saying it
That
can't
is
find
Claude, correct.
Sonnet, Claude Sonnet, correct, yeah. So the difference being, I'll show you now. Let me just let this thing keep on building. Okay, it's telling me that there's something wrong in the package.json. Let's go and have a look what it did. So, oh, okay. It's saying you don't have to manually run these commands. Got vite now, got vite build. For dev, you've got just vite, and for building, you've got vite build, and for that, you've got that. Okay, that looks promising. Let's just run the damn thing. Okay. Okay, it's not finding a roll up. I think that's just so where I saw that is here, cannot find. So it's almost like a 404 in web design. I just knew where to look by accident, but yet it says the same, cannot find. So that's just some arbitrary library that's probably not installed. So let's just add to chat, and we can say, help with this, exclamation mark. The error is clear, it says. It's a bug. Oh gosh, with optional dependencies for rollup, blah, blah. Okay, well, now we don't know if it's hallucinating or not, but it's trying to do stuff. So let's see what happens if we go npm install. Now it's failing on itself and checking its own work. Sorry, let me also go to the right one. So the guys at Cursor, they've created what they call it their first agentic coding model.
Yeah.
And what I suspect is because they have so many people using their software that they've decided that they can probably build their own model specifically for coders, and they call it Composer 1. And the one big difference we see in day-to-day, it's blindingly fast. And we're hoping it's also blindingly accurate. As with AI everywhere, it's not, you get a lot of issues with inaccuracies, but generally, it's very fast and very accurate. So we're gonna stick with Composer for as long
Yeah,
as
side note on that one is AI is a great tool to assist you to get things done quicker. It doesn't necessarily mean it's doing things correct. And that's the problem with the byte coding is it will get you going, but then you need to spend that other 90% of your time on fixing the 10% of the errors in the AI.
Yep.
And that's then when the human factor still comes into play.
Of course.
As I'll quote somebody, AI claimed they will reach the moon now that they've climbed the tree. It was a quote back from the 1990s, early 1990s, when I was a CS student in university, and I still believe it as relevant today as it was back then.
Yeah.
But yes, the greatness of it is we now have big corpus, storage is cheap, bandwidth is cheap, processing power and the energy to run it, that's not so cheap, but that's a different exercise. But at least way back then, 30 years ago, we did not have, well, the computing power in the whole of the University of Pretoria, where I studied, is can be summarized in a smartphone that I have today. So my smartphone today is having more processing and storage capacity than the whole of the University of Pretoria back in the 1990s. So
Amazing.
yes, it makes a huge difference for these sort of things. If you look at the processing capabilities that you have in a GPU, for example, to do these, I'll say, neural net computations that we at that time just didn't have the processing power to do. We had the thought patterns on it, and all the things happening in the LLMs and the neural nets I see today as what we sort of engineered or pioneered back then. Just now we have the processing capabilities to do it. And this is where I love AI to assist people in prognosis, diagnosis, but not being the actual one eventually doing the work. We still need people like me and you to guide it in the way that we want it and do some of the artistic work. Yes, it does. Generative AI do have nice artistic stuff, but it still needs to be guided by a human to get that actual creativeness in it.
Yeah. Now I call
So,
it a jockey, like a racehorse with a jockey. You've got this
yes,
powerful racehorse, but if you don't steer it in the right direction, it's going to be a mess.
100% correct. That is a good analogy. I'm going to abuse that one going in future. Thanks for that analogy. It's a perfect analogy. We have this powerful racehorse. We just need to guide it. And for that, you need somebody with, unfortunately, intelligence, not artificialness, to be able to guide that artificial into the way it needs to go. Right, let's continue.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, so the AI did its thing, and now it wants to run npm run dev, but we don't really need that because I'm just running it here on my own and it's working. So I'm just going to skip that. So I don't see any errors anymore, and we had errors the first time, and now we're not having errors anymore. So I'm pretty happy that it says it removed it and then it reinstalled it and so on. So that was just a case of reinstalling. I mean, I could sit for much longer than AI and do it, but anyway, it seems done. But is it working? So let's go back here. So the Tailwind instructions were spot on, very good. And let's click here. Okay, there's a one now. So now I'm just going to show you how I do this, just to demonstrate. It's easier to demonstrate it almost in this way. So I'm just going to make my screen like that. Let's put the logo on because it's a beautiful logo. And we're going to go to the index page. I'm just going to find that code here.
It's in the header, the H1.
There.
That's all.
Yeah.
Right, now we can
Yeah. So
change
now,
that.
in theory, I don't see any changes yet. That's weird. No, sorry. This is it. See that it says reload at the bottom. Let's make it a 3. Click away.
You might need to reload that page so that
Oh.
you get the actual stuff first. Okay,
Yeah,
now
no, it's supposed to be entirely automatic.
Are you actually pointing to that npm that's running there? Just double check that you are pointing to that you're not pointing to the static file, but to the actual running npm server.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but let me just open this. Just go there quickly. I just want to say Envisage, and I just want to run it here. npm run dev. Okay, no errors. Doesn't really give you a big.
Right. Okay. Hold on. So now you need to go to that other tab with Envisage Cloud Solutions Mirror page. No, the browser page. Just check what is the URL that you're connecting to. Shouldn't that be the one that is in that V? That
no, it should.
Is it actually pointing? So go to that terminal.
Broke up a bit.
Go to the terminal session that you have there. You see there it points to a localhost :5173.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe it's not aware of herd. Let's try that. It's a good point.
You go back. It doesn't seem. Well, it seems to load something, but it.
Hello.
Yeah, apparently there is in that area. Yeah. Okay. Good. Now let's go to cursor. And now.
Oh, there we go. It's working. Lekker. Amazing.
Yeah, now you can see there in the terminal. If you go back to the terminal. Click on the terminal there, you can see there page reload.
It says 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. And if I do that, it'll go 4 times and 5 times and so on and so on. Okay, cool. Lekker. It's working. Okay, I think it's just
the herd. You basically will need to point to this read to be able to view it. Yes.
Yeah, there's some herd integration that I'm not familiar with. Okay, that's going to save us a ton of refreshes, so that's fantastic. it's a nice to have in web design. Honestly, if you have to sit there the whole day and do F5, you're not doing it right.
Especially
Okay.
when you have it on the one screen, this browser session, and the other one where you actually edit, and you can see on the other screen how it's changing. That's
Yeah.
also something that is great compared to 20 years ago when we did not have the dual screen capabilities like we have today, or
Yeah.
as prevalent as we have today.
Sure.
Today
Sure.
you have a USB display. You just plug into your USB-C port and you have a display next to you.
Yeah, well, I've seen some guys very clever with their IDE. They can actually do their coding here and run their browser in their IDE and so on. But I'm not going to try and do those fancy tricks now. I just want to, yeah, let's just carry on where we left off. Okay, so this was our home page, and I think we were pretty happy with it, right? We wanted to
Yes.
really move on to the next page, which was this one. No, hang on, not this
So
one.
actually
That's
that
the right.
mirror is where it needs to be. So
Okay.
that mirror page is where the actual current that it needs to move to, or basically be deployed to, let's put it that way.
Yeah, this one, eh?
Yes, so that is the one that we were basically fixing up, and we need to deploy that code to. So that's the one side of it. And the other one is, if you go to that,
this one.
yes, so that's sort of the next one to clean up.
Okay.
That one. So that two mirror sites have pages that we just sort of set. So the Devuan and the Debian mirror, each one of them has a little bit different things on the back end, but the idea is to also have you make this look nice so that people know how to quickly configure their configuration for able to use this mirror site. While
Okay.
it's not yet being shown as an official Debian mirror site.
Okay. Okay, so I think for today's exercise, instead of doing a deployment to the main one, should we just Zeus this as one up? Because you know we okay.
Let's Zeus this one up, and then next week you can do a deploy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, because we've got some art here and styles and quite a lot we can reuse. Just a question about this. Does this one doesn't go through to this one at all, right? Or link to it at all, or does it?
It in theory should, yes.
Oh, it should.
So
Okay.
that link there, the Devuan mirror should point to, as you can see there at the bottom there. Hover over the Devuan mirror, go back to that one. Hover over it, you can see there at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's devuan.envisagecloud.net. So, and I believe if you mirror over Debian, yes, the same. It also goes to the same. That is where the endpoints needs to go to, yes.
Which is this page, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So so I'm going to steal your HTML from this page, and I'm going to put it into our project, and then I'm going to start the work. So let's just take it here, and we'll just go into the project.
And that was proudly created with VI.
Oh, sweet, amazing, well done. Yeah, VI is like, whoa, hectic, hardcore, proper techie tool. Okay. So the main page is called index at the moment. What shall we call this? Mirrors.
Just call it, make it Debian.html and Devuan.html. Absolutely. So this one will be Debian.html.
Okay.
It will become an index.html on the other side, yes.
Okay.
But for now, let's make it Debian.html to spruce it up for now.
And the other one, Devuan.html.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, DEV.
UAN, Uniform Alpha November dot mirror dot Envisage Cloud dot net.
Okay. Do you want me to type the whole thing out?
No, just Devuan.html and Debian.html. That's good to start off with. You might want to just have just copy the Devuan. Go to the website, the devuan.envisagecloud.net. So that's the Debian one. We want to go to the Devuan.
Ah, I see. I didn't actually do. Oh, okay, I see. Now I'm starting to get it now. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I've been a bit slow. Like seems this way. Devuan, huh?
Yes.
Aha. Okay. Cool. I didn't.
No, so that's a little bit different.
It's fine.
But it's similar. Wanted to look similar.
Okay.
Again, as you will notice there, proudly typed up with VI. Now we're going to have it spruced up by, well, say
Probably my
initially
VI.
typed up with VI, spruced up by cursor.
Yeah, Kisran and teamwork. Okay, sweet, amazing. Okay, cool. So we got the Debian one, we've got the Devuan one, and we've got the index one. And so let's go and let's go study our index one, because the index one will give us some clues of what we can reuse and where we should reuse, like things like headers or styles or whatever. So we don't have to repeat. I think the one thing we did was implement the dark mode. It would be nice to actually have a little dark mode button eventually, because at the moment it's just based on system settings. So let me just check if it's really that way. If I go here, system settings, and I go to appearance, there's appearance, and if I go to say light mode, yeah, I see it's on auto. My PC is on auto, and we don't have a manual way of doing that. So let's keep it to dark for now. Okay, so yeah, at some stage it'd be nice to actually click it so you can quickly test, because I mean, if you can't quickly press the button and test in your browser, you're just gonna have to wait till somebody says to you, look, it looks great in dark mode, but it looks really terrible in light mode, and we don't want that situation. So yeah, we could probably AI code that now, but let's just park that for now. Let's just try and actually reproduce what we have. Do you see anything here that you think we can reproduce here, or is it not really actually possible? Should we just
I think we
discuss?
can grab the logos.
Okay, should we do the Devuan first, huh? Envisage and Devuan first.
Yeah, I think start with the Debian one. That's just the one that I
Debian.
actually want to get the spruced up first.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so that is the image that we can copy, reuse.
Okay, so I think maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of take this whole entire top section. I'm going to take the page, top section, the logo, and then this text, which is going to be Debian mirror. And then there's the logo. And I see this, even the hover state has got a funny pink sort of showing, which is pretty cool, but and so on. And then this whole block and so on. So let's start with the whole page. Okay, and in fact, I'm just going to link it locally so that we can test quickly. So at the moment, it obviously goes to the real McCoy, but I'm going to do some kind of local linking just so we can test it quickly. I'll show what I mean. Basically, on this text, yeah, let's see how easy it is to componentize this page that we want to copy. So we got all this. Okay, let's take the whole thing. And I'm going to take it in here to the Debian page, and I'm just going to copy it to the top. And then I'm going to decide, okay, how do we want to keep it? So we've got your page title that we can probably keep, or we should.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. Is the page title. Should it not say Debian mirror, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, let's make a Debian mirror. Debian mirror. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're done with that. We're done with the head. It's not a very complex one. So then we've got the body. Okay, the body, we actually want the body. We like the body, right? Because the body's got instructions and all kinds of nice stuff. So we can take, let's take the entire body. We've got a footer as well. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to just cut that whole lot and just going to stick it into the body. And we've got body from here to there, and we just paste the old stuff. Okay, now I'm just going to use the shortcut on my IDE for cursor. It's I think it's, yeah, well, I didn't really do much indenting. That was like kind of hoping this can do some indenting. Okay, and then just for my own testing for now, we're just going to make the link go to the Debian one. We're just going to go to, okay, the AI is helping me. Thank you. Okay, so now in theory, from home page, we can hover here and go to debian.html. Let's click it. Okay, we've got stuff. We don't have the logo. We don't have a good font, and the dark mode's missing. So we can probably learn a bit here in terms of how they did the dark mode. Now, these classes are quite hectic. So I'm trying to think, okay, so let's see what we've got on the new page. You've got the mirror, then you've got the paragraph. You've got the paragraph, which links to the Debian CD. Then you've got a H2. Okay, the H2 is where it's at, right? So let's do H2 quickly and see. Oh, it's actually trying to help me. Okay, let's see what it's doing. Okay, it's trying to do that, and it's doing dark mode, and it's going to do paragraph there for me. And what else? Nothing. Okay, let's see if we like what it did. Nah, it's terrible. Okay, text is a problem, so let's undo.
The yeah, the color of the text was the main thing. There is the
Okay, let's just fix the text color because it's got a nice rounded sort of thing. So we can get this text color is this pre tag. Okay, so this pre tag, I'm gonna add to chat. Let's start a new context here because we're not in this context anymore. We'll go to new context and yeah, let's select it again. Okay, and we're going to add to chat. We're going to say, please ensure the pre tag is also dark mode aware. At the moment, the background is dark on my system, but the text is also black. Okay. Right. So yeah, if you're not a seasoned CSS developer, you know, that's not so easy to find. Okay, I kind of like that. I'm not gonna. It looks nice. I mean, it's not actually black. It's sort of a gray, which is pretty cool. Let's go back to the old page. Yeah, it's sort of inherited this gray somewhere. There's two grays here, it seems. Like there's a light gray and a darker gray. It's not quite black. I could be wrong, but anyway, let's move on. So what should we do? Should we take this logo, put it at the top somewhere? Huh? It's already there, actually. There. No, what is that?
no, that is the other logo.
Oh, that's the other logo.
Just
So let's
go to that. Just check that one. What logo is being used there?
Okay, so I'm going to show
That
you
page?
this trick. I don't know if I showed you last week, but it's so cool. You can actually go to the home page, the index page, and you can just actually drag it. I use this cool tool. What's it called again? It's so cool. I'll remember later, but you can go there and you can just copy that page. You can say, okay, and let's just spruce up the page. Control N. Let's spruce up the page by replicating the index.html logo banner as per this screenshot. Copy paste, press enter, and let's see if AI does its thing. Reviewing index and Debian to replace the logo banner, updating the Debian to include the logo banner from index and improving the overall styling, updating the rest of the file to improve the styling and fix structure. Oh my goodness gracious, it's going ballistic. Okay, well, the moment of truth will be revealed right now by clicking here. Okay, there we go. I kind of like that it's kept the H exactly in place. I mean, you get the scroll bar and then it looks like it's moving, but because it's a slightly longer page. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I think this should pop though, where it says Debian CD. That should pop. And then I think what I don't like is I don't like the scroll bar. I see why I did a scroll bar, but I'm thinking, you know, I think maybe it's trying
Now we
to
want that to be. Yeah, no, it's limiting it for. We need to have that wider.
so that you can it fits in, right? Or the page wide.
Yeah. It looks sort of if the side it puts a max on the width of that central side, which might be nice in a React setup, but we're not that React in this type of environments. We do need more. This will not be accessed from a web browser. This should be accessed from not accessed from a mobile. It should always be accessed from a desktop. So
yeah,
the assumption, emphatic word here, is that you have a wide display.
go wider. You know, we could go for the mid ground. I mean, it's slightly more work, but we could say to it, please add some media queries so that when it's on bigger size, the pre tag has got a slightly, you know, it adjusts the font size so that you go smaller. I mean, or you're ruling
no,
out.
it's not really the font size. The issue there is make it wide.
Are you ruling out mobile
I'm
complete?
making the
Is that
issue.
what you're saying? Are you
We
ruling
don't
out?
need those side it's sort of, if it has a column that runs in the middle, you see that it never widens that middle side. That middle side should be a percentage of the screen, not of a, it should be 100% width. It should not be
You don't
limited
like that
to,
scroll bar, is that what you're saying?
well, that's the first part on it. I don't have an issue with the scroll bar if it was a thin display. But now we have a wide display. I don't like the gutters, let's put it that way, on the side.
The padding
That,
here, from left to
yes,
right, this big padding.
yes. No, that's what I want. For this page, that is superfluous. We want that removed.
So you want a wide page.
Yes, I want a wide page.
Okay. Okay, let's go and have a look here. I'm going to keep most of this just, well, keep all. Here's your div.
What is that 3XL?
Make it max 2XL, see what it looks like. Smaller, it's more narrow. Make it 4XL. 5XL. Okay, it's wider now.
Yeah, so that is the one that widens it. Well, how can we say to just use the width of the screen, not to try and make it the maximum size?
Oh, you want it even wider?
I wanted the width of the screen, yes. Like
Okay. Okay, I don't know what
95% of the width of the screen. That is what
okay,
we're looking for.
Okay, instead of max values with 5 or 4 or whatever, please make it the width of the screen. Okay, so I don't know, I'm not a CSS coder, so I have to use AI to do that. Okay, let's just remove the max order, max width.
W-full, that's the one.
Okay.
That looks nice.
Yeah, that looks nice. I'm just going to show you, don't freak out, but it's still going to get a scroll bar. So
No,
I
but
had
that's
a different
fine
solution
on a
in mind for
small,
scroll.
that's fine on a thin screen. Like when I
Okay.
have my screen turned 90 degrees in portrait mode.
I
But
understand.
in landscape mode, this is the display that the user will typically use or want to see.
Okay, cool. Got it. Okay, so yeah, if I can.
Now, what would be fantastic if there could be add a copy to what is it, clipboard.
Okay, let's do that.
For that pre-tag.
Okay, and there's something. There's just 3 other things I'm just going to point out. Is
so
that
actually, also we actually want to split that modernized into separate lines. So actually, that one also need to be 2 separate pre-boxes.
2 separate pre-boxes. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay,
so you see that hash modernized. That is the one, and the other one should be another one.
Okay. Cool. Let's go into planning mode. I just wanna show you, because I think there's a few changes you want to make now, and Cursor has this incredible thing called planning mode. So I'm just going to drag a notepad here, and I'm just going to show you how we approach this. Normally I would do it in Cursor, but it's nice to see the page in the background. So first of all is the 2 modernized pre-boxes should be separate, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said, what else did you say? Something else?
Add a copy to clipboard.
Oh, sorry. Okay, this is planning. No. Okay, so planning.
Copy to clipboard for the pre tags.
Okay, so let's do that as well. I'll just make this smaller. Body is fine. Okay. Add a copy to clipboard in the right corner, right? Clipboard in the right corner of all 3 pre-sections, and then make the Debian CD pop at the top pop, and then let's do one more where it says that. Okay, and I'm gonna say where it says boom, make that pop as well, but not too much. Okay. So yeah, let's do that now. Just see what it's got the priority. Okay, there's a problem at the bottom. proudly, the logo. Is that a logo? It's your logo, hey?
Yeah, that is the what do you call it? The logo I use for my, what I call it there on the top of the tab. Um,
Oh,
oh,
the favor icon.
yes, the fav icon. Yes, that's
Okay.
my fav icon.
Also at the bottom. Okay, cool. Let me just copy paste that because that's also problematic. It doesn't look right. And fix the bottom. I've pasted in screenshot. Okay, so and then last one is fix the bottom text overflowing the logo. I've pasted a screenshot. Okay, planning done. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into cursor and I'm going to switch here from agent mode to plan mode. I'm going to keep composer. I'm always going to keep composer. I'm going to start a new context because we just actually we're still sprucing up the page. So let me go to the replicate page, but it's actually sprucing up the page. I like sometimes keeping the same context, but sometimes be careful. But in our case, it's simple design stuff. So we're in plan mode. So let's plan for some updates. So let's plan more enhancements. Okay, I'm just going to copy paste our notes. Okay, and then I said the screenshot, I must copy image and paste image. Boom. Okay, let's see what it does. So now plan mode is slightly different, interesting. It kind of gives you a plan. Like you've got an IT guy and the IT guy is going to give you a plan, or designer and the designer is going to give you a plan. So here's my plan. Enhance the Debian.html page. Change, separate the two modernized pre-boxes. Split the first two separate pre-blocks, one for the main Trixie configuration and another for the security configuration. Add proper spacing between them. Add copy to clipboard buttons. Add copy buttons clipboard to the top right of each of the three pre-sections. Use relative positioning on the pre and absolute position for the buttons. Okay, that's very cool. That I wouldn't be able to do. I'm not a CSS or web designer. I'm more about, you know, what I love is Laravel. But anyway, moving on. Implement JavaScript to copy content to clipboard. Make Debian CD link pop. Convert to a button style link with a background color, padding, and hover effects. Cool. Add Devuan classes for styling and dark mode support. Okay, then it's going to highlight the etc. sources, wrap it in a code tag. Ah, that's cool. And with supple styling, font mono, slight background or bold. Make it stand out, but not overpowering. I like that. Fix footer text overflow. Adjust footer layout to prevent text from overlapping the logo. Use flexbox or grid layout with proper spacing. Ensure responsive behavior. Okay, it's still, you see, the thing is Devuan's responsive first. So it's always going to try and lean towards making things kind of still work on a phone. We can obviously stop it, but and it tells us it's going to modify one file, and that's what it's very cool. And then it gives a little to-do list. It's going to split the first pre-block, and it's going to add copy to clipboard, style the CD link, add styling, and
actually, now that I look at it, just scroll back a little bit up to point 4. Actually, what we should be doing is change, go to, it has there wrap in a code tag. So what we actually should be doing is the top there is replace the pre tag with code tags, which is actually more correct. It's code tags. It should not be just pre tag. I just used pre because, again, I used to old style HTML, not all the new CSS stuff.
Now you've got a good point there. Well spotted. Okay, so let's update the plan. Let's update the plan a bit. Let's update the plan a bit. I'm typing this. Let's update the plan a bit. Instead of using pre-tags, let's just stick to code tags, right? That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, let's add that to the plan. So you can add it. Sometimes it updates the plan. Other times, if it's too simple, it doesn't really do it. Updating the plan. Okay, so let's see. Replace all pre-tags with code tags, right?
That's correct.
Okay, cool. Let's build this plan. I don't think it's much else. It's quite a simple plan, to be honest. But you can build an entire application with a plan. But anyway, we just want to do some smart design stuff. Okay, it's thinking. Okay, still thinking. And that's on the footer. It's checking for errors.
But this is now the jockey guiding the racehorse.
Yeah, 2 jockeys, in fact. There we go. Okay, now we've got that popping a bit, and it's got a hover effect.
Yeah.
I like it. It's fine. Debian mirror, access Debian package mirror. Example, that's popped quite a bit.
Yeah.
Is there extra space on the side? No, it's not. It's just the padding. It's a bit weird, but it's fine. Then this is nice.
And it has the copy button to the right.
It does have it. And then it's powered up with, okay, the bottom still didn't come out. That's bizarre. Oh, no, it says type by VI. Oh, I thought it was cut off. Okay, that should now say racehorse guided by proud house. Let's say, okay, I can't think of it. Let's call it something like, well, there's our copy paste thing. Okay, let's just keep all for now and just see what's going on. So there's our clip. It's created a copy to clipboard function, which is pretty cool. And here it is. It's just kind of playing its thing. Okay, proudly typed up and say racehorse guided by Envisage cloud solutions, right? Okay. There we go. Racehorse guided by Envisage cloud. Okay, very cool. I like it. Okay, so let's test this copy paste. That's sort of my favorite part of this specific exercise. Okay, I'm going to press enter, and now I'm going to update my Debian with this example. Click it. Oh, there's a little right mark and it's gone blue. And I'm going to paste it. Yes, it's working. Cool. Okay, should we do the next one?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, the next one is the Devuan. Hendrik, just explain for me and for the audience again, like what is Devuan? Everyone, well, I know Debian, but what is Devuan?
So Devuan is Debian without that thing that I hate with a passion called systemd. So the view that me as a historical Unix, or let's call it purist, tries to focus on is things that works and does not take over your system, and you have control over the pieces as you run with it. Systemd has too many stuff it tries to do and gulps up, and there's one or two things I like about it, but then most of the time it's doing too much and taking too many what is it it grabs up too many stuff that is, in my opinion, not required or needed to do. And that's then why we have something like a Devuan that is without systemd. It has much simpler, I will use it like that, and in that regard also less memory consumption, to not have all that stuff that you can then do and focus on. There is other options than systemd, like I prefer supervisor as an example, that will be able to start and look at your processes. Another one is daemon tools, and I believe that's the same guy that did the Bernstein, that did the QMail. A very opinionated guy, but it's also that is different ways. They do basically similar as way as systemd does certain things, but systemd does a hell of a lot of stuff that is not, in my opinion, needed or required, and it takes away from the system administrator the control of the system. That is my personal view on it. Then there, in some cases, I would say yes, when you're looking at the desktop environment, if you compare it to a Mac, yes, there is a place for systemd, but when it gets to server applications, I have a strong opinion that systemd is not that good in server environments.
I see.
You can take that as a totally different thing, showing you why and what and the things that I ran into. But yes, Devuan is not. So the other thing with Devuan is they are using, I'm going to use the word, most of the Debian packages. So if you look at the way how it's structured, they have a very small corpus of packages that is Devuan specific, because they are making use of the Debian and the Debian environment. They only compile things and install things that is that where they had to remove system D or system D dependencies, and that then comes in the actual Devuan packages and the Devuan repositories. Then they actually link to the Debian repositories for the rest of it, and that's where it's a little bit different of way of doing it. But at the end of the day, it is, for me as a sysadmin, it just works better. And
Okay.
that's the way why they are merging things and why I have both of them in my environment, because I firstly tried Devuan and then fall back to Debian.
I see. Okay. And somebody told me that on a system is quite slow. If you had two similar, say, LAMP systems, would the Devuan one start up faster?
Um, I'm going to use the cautious statement there. It depends.
I see.
The issue with System D is there is lots of things it tries to do for you that might get in your way. And it adds one big black box. So in a LAMP setup, it will most the LAMP issue is not the System D that will make it slow, but the System D will take away more resources than a normal than a Dev1 system would have doing the exact same things. So, but it depends on how you're looking at it. So I'm not going to blame System D for it slowing down the LAMP system. There is other factors involved that needs to look first before you say it's System D's fault.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Well, sure. Drak is getting very technical. Let's move back to web design, which is slightly less technical. I think a lot less.
Okay. So if you look at that page there,
Hmm.
or now go to that source that you were looking at.
Okay.
So yes, we want a similar type of environment thing like that on the other side. The only difference is, again, I was quick typing things. I had the sources.list file that I dumped on the file system there, and that is the one that we can actually open that link up and then use that one for, just go to the browser again for this Dev1. Go to the Dev1 page there in the middle. The link there, the middle, third from the top, one down. Click on that one. Click on the sources.list. And that is actually that we want to have similar to what we had on the other side. All those pre-code blocks. This is now what needs to do a similar one. Just that is the sources.list that we want in the code pre-block.
In the bottom section.
Yeah, instead of, no, actually you see that top two there.
Yeah.
So actually all three of them wants to be simplified into a single one on that other side. So
All three
this,
of them.
yes. So
Okay.
actually I think the easier one is go to cursor. The current dev one, rename that current dev one. Make
Yeah.
that, rename it as original. Yep.
Yeah.
And now we can copy the debian.html. Now we can copy it into the dev one. Make that into the dev one. Okay. So that right. That first
Basically
one, yes.
replaces.
That one you can remove.
Let me just find the data. I've still got it
Copy
already.
that. Yeah, okay. And you can paste that in there. And then you can remove the other two. Yeah.
I think that's it. It looks all right. Let me just double check. A back. We need a back to back button. Oh, obviously going to the
That goes
cloud.
to the actual one. We need to actually just go there to the go there to the URL.
I think I need to
Yeah,
update.
okay, yeah, that one. Okay, yeah, that one we can for now, yeah. Make that dev1.html. Yes.
Weird thing
Yeah,
that's
that
going on there.
spacing is a little bit needs to be fixed up.
It's because it's code. You must take it all to the left.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, cool, sweet.
Right, just quickly go back there. Well, actually, no, forward. I want to, go to cursor. So what we need to do here is replace anything Debian with Devuan.
Okay, just going to take off capitalization. Okay, and we can go there, and now I can put back capitalization and then say Devuan and replace all should do it. Check,
Yeah,
check, triple check is only 4.
that's 100%. Yep, that looks good.
There's a problem. Must that just be Devuan, Example file 4.
Okay, now go and edit that file. We'll go there. No, it's a little bit up, little bit up.
There, it's here somewhere.
Yes, replace everything from the .d, sources.list.d to the end.
Yeah. Oh shit, sorry, I was trying to interfere here. What must I put it?
Delete that part, yes, and delete that .d backslash or 3 times backspace. Yes, that's correct.
Just like that.
And replace Trixie with what is it? It's not Trixie, it's Excalibur. Replace anything Trixie with Excalibur.
So like Excalibur, like that.
EX. I think it's Caliber.
Oh shit. I lost my space now.
Let me just double check here.
Back off capitalization again.
Come on. Devuan.org. I think we need to. Just paste it here in the chat for you, the exact name. So anything Trixie or the list needs to change to Excalibur. So Trixie is the Debian stuff that needs to change to Excalibur, and the data list is the older version. That is the version that is basically the Debian 12 Devuan 5, whereas Excalibur is the Debian 6 that is based on Trixie Debian 13. All right, just go there to the. You'll see in the sources is data list. You'll see they merged data list and data list security. So we can do a search replace for anything data list to Excalibur.
Okay.
Anything like that needs to be, we can do a find all on that one.
Just take the
And
capitals.
all for, no, we want to find for data list. Yeah. And that needs to be replaced by Excalibur.
You can't spell it. K, X, K, no H. Like that?
And BU.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
Excalibur.
Okay, it's replace 5.
So Debian named their releases based on what do you call it? Toy Story. Names of characters in Toy Story. Whereas Devuan, their initial one was also a well, it looked like it was a Toy Story character, but actually it was Devuan is naming theirs based on planet names. or
Oh,
asteroid names for that matter.
very
So
cool.
that is why they are calling it like that. And although the initial first one was also both a Toy Story and a planet name, so that's why it looked like they started off the same. No, Excalibur, they basically wanted it just coincidence that there was a planet with that same name, so that's why they use it like that. But yeah, so that's the Devuan CD, the Devuan mirror, access the Devuan package mirror. That's an example file. So that everybody doing Debian or Ubuntu will understand that line there. So just something to note for the listeners is, or the viewers, is that is still the old version of the app sources files. On the Debian side, I actually make use of the real of the new as Trixie is using the new version, and that is why it looks much different. Uh, how it changed the app version on it. But I think that's a wrap for today from the stuff that we're doing. The page looks good. What we will need to do from here is what we're looking for.
No, I was just checking that doesn't hyperlink, but I don't think it's necessary because this is just a sources.list.d, so
No,
it's going to
yeah,
be
no,
easy.
that's basically what you will copy paste, and that's the reason for the copy to clipboard at the back there, so that when you edit this in a terminal session, you can then just paste this in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I agree with you. We should probably wrap.
The only other thing that I would say that we could add is go back to either that one, that bottom icon there, that bottom one there. That is the fav icon that I would like to have in the pages.
Okay, sure. Let's try that quickly. So try it at the bottom of the pages. We could probably also abstract the footer to include files. I don't know actually if you can do that easily in HTML. In Laravel, it's super easy, but in
No,
normal HTML, I don't know if you can. But okay,
it's
anyway.
not. No, it's not there. What
Weird.
we do want to do is
Some weird
if you
URLs
can
here,
go
annoying
to the.
sites and so on. Is that correct?
Okay, so there's a reason for those. You'll
Mm.
see that annoying site, and you might also see file log.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
The reason for those is I use those links for trapping, what do you call them, AI bots.
I see.
So you should not be able to see that. That's why, firstly, it's a don't click tag there. And I believe also that if you look at the style is display none. So
Mm.
it should not pop up on the display or in your browser, and you should not click on it.
Okay.
That's why I say don't click on it. And for the viewers, don't go to the annoying site unless you want to reboot your machine.
Mm.
Uh, it is an annoying site that your browser just go mad, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just to do
It's
that
AI
sort of
trap.
things. Yes, it's AI
Okay.
trap.
Got it.
That's also for me a way to see who connects that, and that is then the sources that I can then put into AI block lists and stuff.
Okay, I'm just doing the add part. Please ensure all 3 pages are using the correct 5 icon. I'm just going to do that, to be honest. Checking all 3 pages, planning next moves. Let's see what it does. All 3 already has the correct 5 icon, it says. Okay.
Oh, it's already there. Right, good.
Okay,
Problem solved.
got it. Okay, cool. Okay, let's just commit this code. I think we did make a repo somewhere. Add dot git commit. All 3 pages v1 complete, something like that.
Yep.
Okay, sweet, man. Amazing. Seems that I have a meeting also coming up now, so I'm going to have to. Oops. Oh, there's no remote repository yet.
No, we didn't put the remote repository yet.
Okay, sweet. Amazing. Cool. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Hendrik. I think that was a lot of fun as last time. I think we've got something that looks good. And yeah, there's still a bit of work to publish it because deployment is sometimes a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, the specific one we will do manual page dumps.
Okay.
Just check and see that all the CSS files that we need, that we'll need to package and then dump that on the website. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
amazing.
for next week.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, man. It was great. Have a good Friday.
You too. Bye.
Cool. Okay, bye.